God in you, then what's in you? It ain't darkness. You're light. But this darkness comes to drown out your light. And this is why God says, let me find my card. This is why God said the light. He's the healer of ages. And I feel like we all have this power, but we don't tap into it. And how we tap into it. Yeah, thank you. How we tap into this. Thank you. I think I can't pronounce your name. You gotta tell me your name. I see Ruff. Yeah, I ain't good with names, y'all. I see Rafi, I'm gonna call you Rafi. So I see you, Rafi. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. So we're all connected to this light. We're all connected to this. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? Look at all my children coming in. Spirit, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Spirit said all of the people that come to my live, mostly he said these were your children in the past. So I said my children in the past. Like, what you mean my children in the past? Like, he said, and I'm gonna just tell you, he said some of them are broken. He said they have really broken. He said, but they're yours. I said, they're mine. He's like, yeah, they're yours. And you're going to have to help them. Like, I got to help them. He was like, yeah, because those are your children. I was like, okay, Spirit, those are my children. There's, like mothering, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, God, if that's who you want me to do, that's what you want me to do, fine. He said, because they've been broken, they've been hurt. And he was like, they need you, And of course, like I said, because we live many lives. And said, God created us for the foundation of the earth. We were there a long, long time ago. We lived many lives, And it's like, it's so funny. And so I had Spirit, like, Spirit, why did he call me mom? Why did he say mom? To me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you are. You're a mother to them. You're an overseer for them. I'm like, okay, God, fine. I said, that's what you want me to be, then I will be there. So I've accepted that fact. He said, because because I've had birthed out here the 7 children here. And he said, y'all are broken. He said they were really broken. He said, y'all were broken. But he said, they need it. That's what they need to do. And he said, I need you to help them. Of course, like I said, we all belong to God. Hey, Sasha, how you doing, sweetie? We all belong to God. We're all God's children, period, But he was just saying, like, I don't know if he just mean on, here and right now that's what he wants me to do. It's okay, God, fine. I'll do that. And when I first started, I was doing cards. He's like, no, I need you to do a little bit more. I need you to give them the mysteries. Give them the knowledge that they can't get. You're welcome, sweetie. That they can't, that they can't get from other places. He said, because they're suffering because they have lack of knowledge. I'm doing fine. I'm trying to get rid of my bronchitis, but I'm healing, He said they're suffering because they have lack of knowledge. He said they don't know. He said they've been blinded so much from the world. They've been blinded about what they've been seeing. They don't know the truth. And he said spiritually, they may know a lot when it comes to the physical world, but when it comes to the spiritual world, he said they need to know. He said open their eyes. I said, okay, God, I will do that. So, so that's what a lot of us, saying this shell. That's why, when we die, when we go away, we never go away. And this is why I hear from, people in the spiritual realm. I hear from them. Oh, okay. Lime. I got to get some lime. I'm going to get some on an empty stomach. And he said, when we pass away, we never go away. Like this house is going like a house, it'll crumble, but you build it right back. And we go to spirit, and some of us decide to come back and be born again. Some of us don't. Body is a shell. That's what we are. So that's what spirit, you wanted me to tell you guys about that. And it's so amazing how spirit pretty much like just be pouring it out. I'm like, okay, so let me see what else spirit want to say, and then I'm gonna pull out some tarot cards, and then I'm going to if anybody got any questions, I'm going to ask the question, but I'm going to see what you guys need to do, what you guys need to do as far as working on your gifts to open up your gifts out. Now, a lot of it takes a lot of baby steps, So one thing that I tell you, like, it's not going to be the one thing that's going to open it up, because it's almost like I told somebody, it's a recipe. Like there's a recipe for tray Treby James. There's a recipe for him. There's a recipe for Rafi. There's a recipe for Diva. There's a recipe for Fifi. There's a recipe for each and every one of you guys to get to where you need to be based on your situation. And only Spirit knows that, you know. So I literally would have to do one by one to tell you, this is what you need to do. And that's like a lot of my spiritual readings. That's what I do to tell people. This is what Spirit wants you to do. Work on this. And it's like, it's steps. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like a baby takes time to walk. A baby has to learn to walk. You guys have to take the time to walk in the spiritual realm. You know, some people, they get in the spiritual realm. Can you tip? Some people get in the spiritual realm and they want to run. They want to run, but you can't run. Like, you have to take your time. You have to walk until Spirit say, okay, now it's time for you to run. You know, or we have to crawl, and then Spirit say, now it's time for you to walk. And Spirit say, now it's time for you to run. We have to go by Spirit. Like, that's why I told my yeah, I heard it. I heard you. I heard you. I'm gonna do that as a collective, but a lot of us, like I said, you know, a lot of us, like, I heard some people, like, we want to know, like, now, what is my gift? What did I do? How can I do this? And it don't work that way, because it's like, if we all knew, like, if I knew 10 years ago that I could be a medium and I could do this and I could be able to see all this stuff, I probably wouldn't even bother trying to do anything else, since, like, Spirit has to take us through some things. Khadidra. We have to go through some things, you know, in order to do that. Yeah, it's about divine timing. So that's what we need to know, you know, because everybody has an appointment and a timing. And next time we get online, I want everybody, if you can, like, get your astrological chart, birth chart, natal chart, so we could try to look at your birth chart. So I could try to, you know, you could look at it and try to, like, learn and know what your birth chart is. And then you could look at it and then try to, like, tell what your path is. Because a lot of what you're supposed to do is already in your birth chart, already in your natal chart. But people don't even read them, you know. Spirit, please and thank you. Yes, that voice is always speaking inside of us, you know. Spirit, please and thank you. Okay, you guys. Planning and action. So it's like, you know, we need to put things in plan, you know, like what Spirit wants us to do, but it's also Spirit saying we need to take things and put in action. It's almost like when I'm looking at this card, it's almost like Spirit is trying to take some of us off of our path. Yeah, you really do not. So, yeah, so y'all don't understand it. So we really need to, like, I don't know what day y'all want to do it, but everybody can pull it up and get it. And then we can all come on here and then we can, like, look at our astrological chart. I see you, Letitia. Some of us can get in it, pull out our astrological charts, and we can all sit here. I don't care if it's just 10 of us. We can sit here and we can walk through and we can look at our astrological charts, and we could try to, you know, figure out what is in the astrological charts. And we can see, you know, what it is the Spirit has, you know, how you can find out your path. Because that's how I found out my path. I was like, my path is communication and speaking. I had a badass problem with my throat chakra. Speaking? No. But that was my thing. Speaking and helping people. So I was like, okay, Spirit, that's what you want me to do? Fine. But I found out a lot of stuff by looking at my natal charts. So, yeah. So Spirit wants to get you off of your north node. Yeah. So we definitely need to. I don't know if we need to actually do that through Zoom. So I think I probably need to do that through Zoom. Make it private. So anybody that want to, maybe like have them to, hey, how are you doing? To email me and say, hey, I want to get in the natal, get in the natal chart. Mika, how are you doing, Mika? So we need to get into that. So I want to get into the natal chart thing. And so we could, maybe I could set up a Zoom and get in there. And then it could be like interactive. And then people could have a chance to talk. And we, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I can't hear y'all talk. But if I'm in Zoom, I can like hear y'all talk. And y'all can ask me questions. And we can kind of like try to do the natal chart. But when we get in Zoom, you guys. Oh, you like this? You like how you say the protection prayer? Yeah. Oh, I like how you say the protection praying. And do you need the protection beads? And where do I get them? I have the protection beads. I have them here. They're all in a box over here. So they've already been prayed over. They've already been anointed here. So you guys, they're really good. So if you guys definitely want them, definitely it's for you. Yeah, y'all can't talk back. So I definitely would like to, if you guys want to do the Zoom, get into the Zoom so we could do it. So, we guys can all get in just trying to do that session. Because there's a lot of stuff you can't talk about here on TikTok. But I can talk a little bit more on Zoom. So anybody that want to get into that, let me know, and just send me a message, say me, I want to. And so I can see how many people I have, and then maybe, yeah. I think Zoom is better because that way you'll have a day and a time, and we can get in there and we can look and see what needs to be done, as far as the natal chart. Because I was actually wanting to talk about that, but yeah, I know you do. So look, this is about your intuition manifesting here. So Spirit saying there are some things that you have to let go of. This is what we talk about, with here, in order for you to take action, you guys, to get on to your path. There's some things that you need to let go, some things that you need to move forward. But again, we talk about path, you guys. I can't make this ish up. It's the Spirit says honoring your path. This is about you letting go, you taking action, when you honoring the path that Spirit actually has for you. Oh yeah, so I do have I don't know if did you get the prayer that we're praying for now, the justice karma prayer. Ooh, and then the other prayer, I'm working on a prayer about bringing money, manifestation of money. So definitely I'm working on that prayer now. As soon as I get that prayer, I have that prayer ready. And I don't know, is there any other kind of prayers you guys want me to kind of put together? But so anyway, Spirit wants you guys, let me get back onto this so we can kind of I'm going to open the floor up. So Spirit wants you guys to really go and honoring the path here. And it's almost like Spirit saying, you guys can get onto your sacred temple here. But once you let go, you let go of some things here, and you do the planning and you take the action here and you move forward onto your sacred temple here. Third party breakup prayer. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I like that one. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you guys how to do. How many of y'all in a third party relationship? I'm gonna tell y'all something. How to do it. Should I tell them, Spirit? I'm gonna tell y'all how to do a breakup. So honoring the path here, you guys. So this is about honoring the path here, and also your intuition and you manifesting some things. Yeah, you manifesting some things here. But you guys really you guys took a loss that you guys been going through. But it's also saying once you're gonna take a loss, you lost some things. But guess what? There's happiness that's going to be coming for you guys. Happiness. There's going to be more peace, you guys, and there's going to be more commitment. So that's what Spirit wants me to tell you guys. So it's almost like, you guys need to trust the plan, trust the path. I don't know what that is. A third party breakup. That means if you've been in a relationship, and I'm going to tell you about third party. If you've been in a relationship, especially if you're married now, there's the prayer, of Hosea chapter 2, you pray, and there's a prayer that you block the path of your lovers from going to seeking after their lovers and they don't find their paths. It's called the Hedge of Thorns. It's in the Bible, Hosea chapter 2. So that prayer right there, that's another breakup prayer. What happened with the animal card? You didn't see me use animal cards. They fell over here on the floor. You didn't see me use animal cards, but the animal cards that I had pulled was these cards. So the first card was the owl. Owl's about wisdom. Owl's about magic, okay? She can have him. That's right. Let him have him, because guess what? Something else coming for you. This is the owl. This is the magic card. You know what I'm saying? And then the next card is the polar bear. This is the white bear. I think that, to me, I think of a white bear as being sacred here, but the polar bear is the next one, and then the next one is like the white stag, but this is like the deer. Anyone freezing up? Y'all tap on the screen so we don't freeze up, guys. Tap on the screen so we don't freeze up. So let's answer this question, and we're gonna go on Latasha. She did a cash app, so I'm gonna answer Latasha's question. Thank you, guys. So Spirit, please and thank you. What is it that the collective can do, Spirit, for right now? Right now, what can they do? Okay, this is what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to make this long. But Spirit, what can the collective do over the next 2 months? We're going to do 2 months, okay? Because remember, we got to do these things in baby steps, okay? Yeah, they always come back. Yeah, they think the grass is green on the other side, and into that karma whoop their ass. So, Spirit, please, then, what is it that the collective can do over the next 2 months? 2 months to help them to move forward spiritually. So, this is what Spirit wants. I'm going to do it that way because I don't want to give y'all, like, make it too vague when y'all really don't know. And I really want to know what it is the Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, I'm going to Lit in Love, because I know I called your name. I think you were asleep. So, I will get to you, okay? Because you did win. We had a contest going, and Lit in Love actually won. Out of her and a few more people, they actually were the ones that I gave free readings. So sometimes when I'm on live, y'all need to catch me, because I do give out free readings. That's okay. What was it about the breakup? It's Hosea chapter 2. I think it's verse 6. If anybody can want to find it and pull it up, you can post it here. Yeah. Hosea chapter 2, I think it's verse 6, and it talks about the woman. She go and seek after her lovers, and they call it the Hosea prayer, or the hedge of thorns, because you're placing the hedge of thorns around them, blocking their path to their lovers. And especially if you're married, you have and that's a whole lot more. If you're married, you have more of a legal claim and a legal right to lay claim on that, and it's like Spirit fights for you even more, because that is your partner. That's who has a divine contract. And Spirit don't realize. See, sometimes people, when they're married to you in a physical realm, and they break a contract, they may break the contract on a physical realm, but God didn't break the contract on a spiritual realm. They, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, for them breaking, there's consequences to pay for breaking a spiritual contract, period. There's consequences. That's why sometimes people, you'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay. All right, Sasha. Hopefully we've been wrapped that up by then. But Spirit, please and thank you. What is it that they need to do over the next 2 months to help them? Well, smack me in the face. All right, Spirit, give me one more card. Well, I gave you 2 more cards, and that was about to fall. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to hold it there. The first card I got the Ace of Pentacles. Damn. Ace of Pentacles right here. So, Knight of Wands. The Chariot. The Strength. It's freezing up. Tap, 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 you guys. The 7. The 9 of Cups. And the 5 of Wands. Okay, wow. So, look. I got 2 and the Wheel of Fortune here. And the Empress. And the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so 10. Alright, so Spirit is telling me, you guys, what you guys need to do. We want to know what you guys do. So Spirit is telling me, guys, what you guys need to do is almost like Spirit said, over the next 2 months, you guys need to be manifesting. So look, I don't know what you guys are trying to manifest. So it's like, it's telling me here that you need to, so if there's a new opportunity, there's stability, there's some type of business. So over the next 2 months, what you need to do to really get yourself in is manifesting. And the reason why Spirit said manifesting is because it's like, in order for you to manifest, you're going to have to change your mindset. So Spirit's telling me for the next 2 months, you guys need to really work on your mindset, really work on being positive. It's almost like in an affirmation journal, you guys, writing it down every day. Write an affirmation journal. Also write what's your gratitude. If it's you just, writing one thing you're grateful for, one day after one day after that one day, you repeat them, what I'm saying? For day one, I'm grateful for whatever you have. That's one day. And you hold on to that. You chew on it all day long. And it's like, and then you go to the next one, and and you chew on it, and it's like you do a gratitude, you're going to do appreciation, because Spirit's telling me, you guys are going to be manifesting, you guys are going to be working on and asking Spirit to open up you and your gifts, because it's like Spirit said that He'll make room for you and your gifts. But in order for Spirit to make room for you and your gifts, Spirit said that I need you to get out the toxicity. I need you to let go of all the toxic things that are in your head. I need you to release it here. You know what I'm saying? Release the loss that you guys been having, okay? So if there's been some loss, something that you've been worried about, it's like, and this person's like, they've already lost it, but they're holding on to it and they don't let it go. Yeah. It's like, it's gone. You see this? The ship is gone, but it's still holding on to it. So Spirit said, I need you to release this loss. I need you to release this and let this go. This is what Spirit needs you to do over the next 2 months. Let it go. And how do you let it go? You start showing more gratitude. You start being more positive. You start like working on your what you have been like grateful for here. You have to release this betrayal here. Whatever, this betrayal and this hurt. And it's hard. And it's almost like you're going to have to heal. But you're going to have to release that and let that go over the next 2 months in order to start moving forward. In order to start to progressing in what it is that God has for you here. It's almost like, it's almost like when I hear the Knight of Wands, when I think of a Knight of Wands, Knights is almost like something that's in and out, something that's unstable, something that's like it's wayward. Like 1 minute I'm this, the next minute that. Spirit's like, you got to make up your mind. Either you're going to make up your mind, or you're going to be positive and you're going to move forward, or you're going to continue to be wishy-washy. So there's no wishy-washy when it comes to Spirit. So Spirit said, I want you to release that. I want you to move forward. I want you to let go of the loss, because the ship is gone. The ship has left, but you holding on to a damn rope, and ain't nothing there on that rope that's gonna materialize. It ain't gonna bring the ship back. So what you do? You let go of the rope. Spirit say you let go of the rope. Get out of your feelings, because this is when somebody's in the water, somebody's in their feelings. Get out of your feelings here about this loss, and you move the fuck on. I'm just gonna tell it like that. Move the fuck on with the Chariot. Go overcome these obstacles. Move forward. Move on. Because Spirit says, as long as you sit there and you're holding on to this rope and you're holding on to something that you lost, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, nothing new is going to manifest. Spirit was saying, nothing new is going to manifest. So that's why we have to release it, and that's why we have to let go. But Spirit said, it's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be hard as hell. It's going to be hard, but how you do it is you start to write a journal here. You start to write a journal here, okay? You did that today. You start to write a journal. Start to manifest what it is that you want. Start to, like take the strength here for Spirit. Like, okay, I have the strength to overcome this. One of the affirmations you guys could use is, I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all of my needs are met. And it's like these affirmations, like you need to come up with an affirmation that's right for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Whenever trouble comes in, I have faith that all is well. I have faith that God is working out. I am strong. I am confident. I am smart. I'm successful. I am achiever. I am moving forward onto a positive direction. I am grateful. I am blessed. I am happy. I am free. You know what I'm saying? Like these affirmations here, this is what you guys got to do. And it's like once you get the affirmation, like if you're having problems when it comes to love, I am lovable. I deserve love. And you gotta know that there is great love for me. We're not gonna worry about who it's coming from. You just gotta know that there's great love for me. There's abundance for me. There's happiness for me. There are wonderful things that are in my future. I can see, I can feel it. I know it's mine. You know what I'm saying? I know that there opportunities here for me. I don't worry about what I lost, because what I lost is only for God, a chance for God to gain and to bring it back to me. And this is what you got to know. I know that the wheel of fortune, I know that things are moving in my favor. You know? And so this is what you have to do. And Spirit wants you to do this over the next 2 months. The next 2 months, guys. Then if you do that, Spirit said your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. And I feel like this, with the 5 of Wands, I feel like with the 5 of Spirits, your wish is going to be fulfilled. You're going to have so much competition, so many opportunities, you ain't going to know which one to take. Because he says he's going to get you to the overflow. And what you're doing is you're getting out of the land of lack. Because if it's lacking love or if it's lacking money, it all starts with the mind. If you cannot materialize it and you can't see the abundance in your mind, then you're never going to be abundant. You're never going to have love. You're never going to have any of that. It's never going to work for you. Not until you start to see it and materialize it in your mind. If you keep living in a defeated mind where somebody in the past told you, oh, you're not good enough, or oh, you ain't shit, or you ain't smart enough, you know, or oh, you ain't talented enough. That's why you got to take all of that negativity, what somebody gave you, you got to turn that around. Thank you so much for the roses, Prophet Emmanuel. You got to turn all that around. All of that somebody's told you, what you can't be, what you can't have, what you can't see, what you can't do. You got to know that I got a can do, because God said that greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And I can do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask to think of. God is going to do this for me. You got to know that I am a child of the Most High. I'm a king of kings. I'm a queen of queens. And there's nothing that I can't do. With man, it's not possible. With God, all things are possible. And to those who believe. And I believe that God is working in my favor. I believe that God is answering me. I believe that God is moving for me. And you say, if God before me, then who can come against me? Because nobody can come against me. And you got to know that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. These are the things that God wants you to put your mind on over the next 2 months. To manifest. Okay? Wow, that's beautiful. And I need to do that myself. Because God said when you do, there's going to be healing. There's going to be healing to your soul. Because just as God said that you shall prosper as your soul prosper. But if you keep living in a toxic and keep living in negative environments, nothing's going to prosper. Because guess what? Dry bones, dead bones cannot live. And you have to even declare resurrection power over your life. Resurrection power over the things that you think are dead. Your relationship is not dead. Your job is not dead. Your kids, your family is not dead. You have to declare the resurrection power, because the Bible says, so as you declare and decree a thing, so it shall be. So as you establish a thing, that so it shall be. He said your mouth is sharper than a two-edged sword. He said you speak blessings or you speak cursings. So if you don't speak it, how does anything happen? He said you have not because you ask not. So we need to start asking, and we need to start asking out of a place of a pure heart, out of pure love, because God only moves and works for us out of pureness. And that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to do that, but also to be thankful. If we can't be thankful for the little things we have, how can God give us the big things? You know, every time we wake up, we complaining because this ain't it or that ain't it. We got to be thankful for what we have. Yeah, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Thankful for what we have. You know what I'm saying? And God asks, the prayer, God, open us up. Make room for our gifts. God, enlarge my territory. If we ask God to enlarge us and we ask God to expand us, and we are and it's in his will, guess what? He said, I send out my word, it shall not return void. Because anything that's in the will, anything in the will of God, the will of fortune and of God, is going to be an empress. An empress is creativity. An empress is abundance. An empress is life. Anything that's in the will of God, this is where God begins to work for us. This is where God begins to move for us. And we got to say, God, put me on the path. Put me where you want me to be. Place me where you want me to go. What it is that you have for me. Okay, Paul, Rita, or that job over there may not be what is for me, but put me in the right job. Put me in the right city. Put me with the right people, because all we need is to be with the right person It don't take forever. It's not going to take that long. But once we line up with God, where we need to be, that's where we're going to be. And we got to know that. We got to be rooted and planted and put our mind spiritually. Meditate, you guys. Meditate. Thank you for the likes. Meditate. And God says, spend time meditating. Some people think meditating is not of God. Yes, it is. It's going somewhere, getting in a corner, closing your mouth, opening your mind, and listening to spirit. That's all meditation is. Meditate, listen to God. Listen to what he had to say. You don't have to, keep your eyes closed. Some people just go sit in silence. Go outside, listen to the birds. Go outside by the water. Over the next 2 months, this is what God wants you to do. And there's going to be good news. Solid things are going to roll in for you guys. Spirit, keep going. There's going to be the 3 of Cups. There's going to be happiness. There's going to be celebration. This is what God wants you guys to do for the next 2 months, okay? Thank you. Yes. Yes. This is where y'all need to be. And so, this is what God said y'all need to do to work on your gifts. So, I hope everybody got it. I'm going to try to take that and cut this part off and put it on my YouTube too, so you guys can go back and listen to it. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that's what Spirit wants you guys to know when it comes to working on my gifts, when it comes to edifying, when it comes to moving, when it comes to how can I get to where I need to be. That's it, you guys. Period. You're going through things right now. And that's the thing, sometimes, and I'm going to say this too, sometimes when we're going through things, it's so easy for us to focus on the problem. It's so easy to us focus on the problem, but it's so hard for us to focus on the solution. It's so easy for us to say, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going through this. Myself too. I'm too. I do the same shit. I get in pity parties. I get the pouting, talking about what I'm going through, and and how, this, and the down and down, a sweet by and by, sweet by and by. We got to encourage ourselves. You're awake now. We have to encourage ourselves. It's so easy to focus on that problem, but we got to say, for instance, I know that I was with somebody and I gave my all to that person. Yes, that person hurt me. Yes, that person left me. But I know that God has someone who is destined, someone who is planned for me, someone who's going to love me, someone who's going to give to me. I know on this job, I may not be making the best money. I may not have the best education, but I know that one touch from God is good. Thank you so much, Prophet Emmanuel. Brother Roses, I know that one touch from God is what it's going to take to open up a door. I know that all it's going to take for me to give me the money, to give me what I need. I know that's all that I need. But we could sit there and focus on, I don't have enough job, or this job don't give me enough money for a paycheck. This job don't pay to be a girl. I'm working my butt off. Or man, I'm over here this sweat whole thing, and I ain't making the money, and I ain't getting what I need to do. Man, I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of that. And we keep saying, and God's okay, yeah, you tired. Well, keep on being tired. Yeah, you ain't making the money. Well, keep on not making enough money. Oh, yeah, you got a sorry old love life. But, okay, you keep on talking about your sorry love life, and we're going to keep making it happen. And that's what God is saying. For example, like we have to let that go. I know God is surrounding me with favor. I know God is giving me a job that's going to give me everything I need. Yes, you're meditating, but night in bed, but also put into the meditation, if you're doing that part, put into this other part too. Throughout the day, we got to watch how we think. We got to watch the thoughts that we think. I remember in school, there was a song that said we got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. See, now listen to what I said. I got to remember, because it just came. It went in my mind and went out so quick, because the devil just tried to take it. It went in my mind so quick. You have to accentuate the positive, okay? That's the first part. Eliminate the negative. That's the second part. Latch on to the affirmative. But don't mess with Mr. In Between. Mr. In Between is the lukewarm. We can't be lukewarm. We're either going to be, guess what? We're going to be positive or we're going to be negative. Because that's what the devil wants us in, the lukewarm. Because that's why it's always confusion. Because it's like, okay, 1 minute, this is how it works. 1 minute, okay, Okay, you want that new job, okay, you want that business, you want it, you got it, and some people say, oh, no, you can't have that. Girl, who you think? You just fooling your damn self. You ain't good enough. You can't even do this, you can't even do, and you're going back over here to the negative. You're going over here to the negative. I understand someone pulled out protection cards, both cards are like what's going on. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Then you're going over here to the negative. And then you come back and he said, girl, man, please. Then he come there. Girl, you know you can do all things through Christ Jesus. You can have whatever you want. Girl, please come on. Girl, you know God gonna give you the desires of your heart. You know God gonna give it to you. And you're like this and you're moving. Then they come back here again and I take you back over here with all the negatives of, girl, you know what happened? This mother, this done, girl, let me tell you about this chick, man. Let me tell you about what she did, man. She went over there and bust mine, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Then you go, then you moving back over here to the negative. Then you're going back over here to the positive. And as long as you lukewarm, guess what? Oh, I'm going to get you, baby. I got you, Latasha. I'm about to get to you in just a few minutes. As long as you're going lukewarm, guess what? You stay here. You can only go so far, but you're never going to get to where God needs you to be. So God's like, okay, I need you to be all the way here, positive. So when we start to move, we can move very quickly. Move so fast that the devil can't even block it and stop it. That's what we got to do. Can't be lukewarm. We got to let that go. So, I tried to choke out the word for me, y'all. But I hope that helped you guys. I hope that helped. I just tried to choke out the word for me, y'all. But that's okay, because the message got out. And look, I'm going to tell you, last time I was on here, I did a prayer, and I prayed in tongues. Y'all know that video, I was going to post it, take it and post it onto my YouTube and post that video. Here on TikTok, they said that there was an error when recording the video. And therefore, they was not able to save my recording. So I was not y'all remember that night we did the praying and we did read the protection prayer? I was not able to read that prayer and all of that got blocked. All of that, none of that came. So I don't have any of that feed. So I was talking to someone, I got to be careful when I'm praying. I can pray, but I got to be careful when I start praying in tongues on here. Because they start blocking the stuff. Yeah, it was I still got the prayer over here too. But yeah, it was a really good prayer. Yeah. Hey Griffin, how you doing? So Latasha, or Tisha, you paid for a reading. What's your question, sweetie? You doing all right, Griffin? Yeah, you gotta be careful with TikTok. Hey, Japalo, how are you? Future reading. But what do you want to know, sweetie? You just want to know what Spirit want to tell you about your future? I mean, like, what do you want to know? Yo, hey Cheryl, how are you doing? Hey, yes. I'm glad to hear from you guys. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your future, okay? When we talk about future, Letitia, what do we mean? That we let's say, like, you mean in the next 6 months, the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks, like, what do you want? Because the future, if you want to know about your future, Spirit could tell you something that could maybe happen 15 years from now. So, and Spirit is very specific when it comes to asking a question about your future. Because what you may want to know, 6 months, there we go. Tell me about my future in the next 6 months. Now you're talking. That's what, okay. Spirit, please and thank you. Let me get my cards ready, Spirit. Hold on, baby. They told me to sage 6 months. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, because sometimes with Spirit was like, well, tell me about my future. I sometimes tell about, we can't do the whole year. You're going to keep me on here forever. Spirit will tell me about the next 6 months. when I did mine, and I'm telling you, it was no, when I asked about my future, and when I asked about my future, I thought that I was like, okay, yeah, good. I'm thinking that this is gonna happen. Spirit did tell me that this was gonna happen 5 years from now. My Spirit, I didn't say. But he said, well, you asked about your future. I was like, okay, well, let me learn to break it down just a little bit. Yes, okay. And lit in love, you're next, okay? So Letitia got a full reading, you guys. So you guys just be patient. Thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. You're welcome. You're welcome. Spirit, please and thank you. Tell me for Letitia. Yeah, Letitia. Letitia, Spirit, please and thank you. What is the crowning energy for Letitia, Spirit, for the next 6 months? Let's do it like this. What's the crowning energy for 1 month? 1 month, Spirit. Hey, how are you doing? Hold your comments right quick. Let me go ahead, Miss Thickness. Yes, thank you. So let's see what's going on for her for the next 6 months. First month, Spirit, please and thank you. Take notes, sweetie. Okay. This is first month.